The
mayor's weird. When's he done? When the fuck is he done?
Whenever he decides, obviously.
He
was supposed to be done 4 years ago.
He'll put in for another term.
You know, I think they had a march on City Hall yesterday. Did you hear about this?
I think that didn't go well.
Oh, it didn't?
12 people showed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, no surprise.
For the Million Big Gulp March, they called it.
They were trying to do a big gulp march, but let's be honest, those type of people aren't marching much to begin with.
They were telling the mayor.
No offense.
Telling the mayor that this policy about no huge beverages, sugary beverages, is not something the government should be involved in, which I agree with. I don't think the government should be involved in anything like that. It's sort of hard to protest it because it's one of those things that a lot of people go, well, all right, we'll just get 2 smaller sodas, and it's just the fat people that want this. But in principle, it's very important because, again, it's, you know, if you take away the goofiness of a giant drink and fighting for your giant drinks, what you're really fighting for is to keep the government out of your shit and your decision-making.
That's why I think everyone should have showed up yesterday.
Yeah, that's what it means.
We all should have showed up there yesterday.
Yeah, we're all
because you make a great point. It's not about the silly, massive,
goofy drinks,
goofy big gulp drink.
Just
thing.
put something in the big gulp's place that you enjoy and you want. That if a politician said you couldn't have it, you'd be pissed. I mean, you know, because that's what it boils down to. Is the government is really, and it's not just local. It's not just the mayor of New York. This is really becoming a very national thing. The government just stepping in and fucking with you. Just fucking with you. And people just lay over. They just roll over and fucking let it happen.
Are you starting to think...
We're all guilty of it.
Are you finally... Well, I shouldn't say finally, because I think you're starting to think that the government sucks.
Oh, yeah, I completely do.
Yeah, Governor Christie, you know, he's a big blowhard, but he went after both parties. You'll hear that clip all day today. We should get it, matter of fact, down the hall.
Yeah.
He went after both parties. I like that. Instead of going with the party line bullshit every single time.
Yeah.
He's disappointed with the Democrats and the Republicans down in Washington.
What politicians do these days is not in the public's best interest. It's all they're doing is auditioning for their next job. They're doing things to try to keep themselves in office. That's all.
Right.
Nothing's in your best interest anymore. They stopped representing their constituency years ago. I don't know what they think they're doing when they say they're representing their people, and they put in place these laws and regulations stuff that no one would want.
No.
So who the fuck are they representing?
I don't know.
It's angering.
A long time ago, we stopped reading what they were doing for us.
Yeah, well, they made it so you couldn't read it.
Of course they did.
They put it in language that and in length and legalese that nobody could decipher.
Well, half the time, they don't even read their own shit.
No.
When those bills are passed, it's like, well, it's a 700-page bill. Did you read it? Well, no. I had an intern, scan through it.
They have their interns scan through it. They give them their basic idea of what it's supposed to be. And then they make their decision. Yeah, I'll sign that.
Right.
All right.
You know, to this point, they had a huge story yesterday that Scranton, the city of Scranton, a little city in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Ran out of money.
Just ran out
and
of money.
And that just amazes me. How does a place run out of money that seems to be filled with people trying to work hard?
Yeah.
And they ran out of money. They just ran out of money. And you'll have to look at the politicians and go, really? Everyone was paying their taxes. What the fuck did you do with the money that they're now broke?
Yeah.
I don't get it. How does a city run out of money?
They
say New York City is in trouble, right? They've been cutting all sorts of shit over the last few years.
By
How
not
does that happen?
Handling the money properly. Because you know why? Because they got free reign, and it's an influx of cash that doesn't stop. It doesn't fucking stop.
Right.
And they can twist the screws and make you pay more.
Right.
And you have no say in the matter.
Well, that's why I was outraged. They want to raise everyone's taxes locally in Scranton to, cover,
their fuck ups.
The deficit. Right.
If there's a government deficit, they fucked up.
Of course.
They fucked up. But there's no accountability, and there's no reason for them to do better because the money keeps rolling in, because they hold us hostage with these taxes that we are forced to pay no matter what the fuck they say it is, or else you go to jail.
Well, at the very
It's
least,
amazing.
though, if you pay your taxes, your city shouldn't run out of money. At the very least.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that's dumbing it way the fuck down, but holy fuck, what the hell's going on?
It really is getting horrible. And, I'm not playing partisan politics here, but what's happening with this Obamacare thing, as far as letting the Internal Revenue Service dig more into your fucking life and your freedoms, is one of the worst things I've ever seen happen in this country.
What's this about?
It's, well, you know about Obamacare, and everybody needs to have health insurance in this country, or else you're penalized, as he says.
You mean Romney Care?
Taxed.
You mean Romney Care? It started with Romney, right?
It is different. But it also is, Romney should own it. Romney should get out and say, yeah, I tried something. It didn't work.
Right.
And now Obama's trying it.
Why is he too scared to say that?
Because, of course, they get 20,000 people telling him what to do, and everybody hedges and haws, and no one thinks a politician should be able to come out and say they made a mistake.
You know what sucks about these politicians, and we'll get back to your point, you don't really know what they're actually thinking.
Yeah.
Because they just look at polls and go, well, I got to say this, actually. Even though I think this, the polls are telling me differently.
I should say this.
So I better move over here.
Just be honest. Say something didn't work that you did. You're not. We don't look for perfection in politicians. I think honesty beats out fucking perfection.
Right.
But they try to put this veil that they've never made a mistake. Politicians can never come out and say, yeah, I tried to enact something. It didn't work. Let's try something else. They don't do that.
It's our fault, though. It is ultimately our fault because we penalize them when they tell the truth and we don't like it.
You're right.
Like when they say something, we always go that we allow them to be crucified publicly. So we bring it on ourselves. We never, like you said, that march had 12 people.
Yeah.
We never fight for guys who are doing the right thing, and so we kind of deserve shitty people.
We should have been there.
We've allowed,
meaning, other people.
By the way, other people.
Busy yesterday.
I was busy too.
By the way,
you assholes could have stepped up for us.
Exactly.
Obamacare is allowing the Internal Revenue Service to really delve into your lives more. The IRS is hiring a shitload more people to get into your shit. The IRS is one of the most feared fucking organizations in the nation.
So he's hiring a lot more people to get more money.
To get more money, and because this
to
Obamacare
really look
thing,
at your returns and all that shit, right?
Well, not so much. It's also to handle Obamacare.
Right.
It hinges on the Internal Revenue Service to dole out these penalties, taxes, when you don't have the insurance, and the people that are going to keep track if you have or don't have insurance is the Internal Revenue Service. This is not something that the Internal Revenue Service was ever supposed to do in this country. They're not supposed to be handling things like health care. This is supposed to be a revenue collecting agency, and now they're getting involved in some way, shape, or form into your health care, your forced health care. It's infuriating. And it's, again, what we're saying, another thing, and I'm not just saying the Democrats or Obama, the Republicans do the same thing, getting their shit, their nose in your fucking asses. And it's just going to keep getting worse and worse.
It's unbelievable.
It really is.
How do you fuck up America? How do you fuck it up?
Well, they're doing it. It's amazing.
Slowly but surely, right? Not even slowly anymore.
Yeah.
Seems to be moving quite quickly.
Don't cheat on your taxes, and you need not fear. Master Queef's a dickbag. People fear the Internal Revenue Service, and it doesn't have to do with cheating on your taxes. The tax code is so fucked up now that a lot of people could just make an honest mistake, and the penalties and interest you have to pay is astounding. It's worse than a fucking loan shark.
I want to tag that. I think way more people are making honest mistakes than cheating on their taxes, by the way.
Not only that, how about your old pal Anthony here had a motherfucking savage cash 2 lottery tickets under my fucking name in Pennsylvania. He fucking went into a convenience store. I saw the tape. He's a fucking animal.
What are you talking about?
This was a couple of years back. We talked about this.
No, I don't remember this.
Took 2 lottery tickets that they were for $5,000 each.
Right.
Probably stole the fucking things out of a store, some inside job with another one of his savage fucking cohorts, and won $10,000. or no, it was 5,000. It's 2,500 each for $5,000. He went in, used my name, didn't have my social security number, so that's not even on there. But since my name and address was on there, he had my address also. Please come over! Come over! Oh, would I love to shoot you in the face? Wow. So he fucking...
Anthony's tugging his cock as he says this.
So he fucking cashes the tickets under my name.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get the Internal Revenue Service off my ass for $5,000 that they want me to pay taxes on because some animal cashed a fucking ticket in my name.
What do they say when you...
They don't fucking believe me. They know what you can't get to anyone either. I want to talk to a person and say, I didn't do it. And then they go, prove it. I'm like, how am I going to prove it?
So they want to wear you down, and then you would just go, you know what, I'll just write this fucking check
exactly.
to get it over with.
Exactly. That's what they do.
They
want their fucking money. They know that they're not getting it off of Tyrone, so they got to fucking come for me.
They're the worst.
Fuck you.
And they don't have to pay any money for all the fucking amount of legal expenses they put you through because it's not their fucking money going into their lawyers.
Exactly.
It's just the fucking state's money or the government's money or it's our money.
That's all they wanted.
They really are fucking disgusting.
It's infuriating.
So what's going on with this Obamacare? What's the next step?
The next step is trying to get it fucking repealed. The next step
what's the odds of that?
It's we wait for 2014 when it really kicks in, and see what happens. Unless
is it actually going to kick
in?
If
Romney gets elected, I'm sure he's going to try to have it repealed.
Right. But he's having a tough time.
A lot of the states.
He's only even with the president
I know.
right now.
We'll see what happens. It's still early.
A
lot of the states too are refusing it, and then they take it to court and try to say they're infringing on states' rights. And, you know, this whole thing where it was called a tax by the court, and letting the government force you to do something with the penalty of this tax is just taxes aren't supposed to be used as a penalty. It's a revenue collection to keep the government running, to serve the people, not as a penalty. It was never supposed to be a fucking whip at your back. Fucking taxes. Stop it already.
Man.
But now it is, and it opens up a precedent for other things to be used under the umbrella of the Internal Revenue Service.
Of course.
The fucking organization you do not want over your head for collecting taxes, never mind your health care or whatever else they want to fucking now pencil in underneath their awning.
There's the IRS coming after you right there.
There it is, the big shark fin chasing the guy on the guy. That's a perfect analogy of the Internal Revenue Service. And look how afraid that guy looks as he's trying to paddle away.
He's paddling as fast as he can.